Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. Another week has gone by, and we got another bunch of new news. I'm really amazed, right, that the things just, I mean, it's getting quieter, right? It got really, really intense around, I think around Christmas. The release of that trailer on Christmas Day was huge, right? And that kind of lasted about a month. When I say lasted, the general excitement, right? You can always tell the general excitement in the air of Doctor. If you have a Doctor Who news channel, like I'll use an opinion channel, as I do, because you go and you look at the Doctor Who news every day, right? And the more it's around, and the more people are interested in it. It's really that bloody simple, right? The more stuff you have to choose from to make videos of, the more popular Doctor is. And it got super popular. Listen, it's been riding high for a long time now. Firstly, Rusty Davies coming back was like, whoa! It really kind of like revitalized things. But then the minute David Tennant walked onto the screen, it was weird. It was like we all knew he was coming, right? We all knew David Tennant was going to be whatever, the 14th Doctor, whoever it's going to be. We all knew that was going to go down. The minute he appeared, as excitement just like really, really increased. In fact, you can see that you can see the state of Doctor Who in the state of my subscribers, right? Like however much my subscribers going up is the general interest in Doctor Who. It's really crazy, but it absolutely is true, right? So things are dying down a bit now. But then we had location filming this week, which leads me to a non-story, right? Is Ncuti Ggatwa really the 15th Doctor? I mean, is this some kind of like weird misdirection? Because we've seen Millie Gibson. We're going to see a lot of Millie Gibson in the first couple of news stories. Filming Ruby Sunday. I put out a bunch of videos about this week. This is not this video, right? Somebody filmed the scene of her going into the TARDIS for the first time, and she looks like it's going to... again, everybody says how freaking awesome she is as an actress, and they say things about Ncuti Ggatwa. People are actually seeing Ncuti Ggatwa play the Doctor. This is incredible. It's insane. But that's why I'm reasonably excited, right? Because I'm hearing this from many different sources. However, Ncuti Ggatwa, no one get a picture of him, right? I mean, what? He's like the most elusive man. Could it be some weird bait and switch, right? And suddenly it's, Michael Sheen. Man, people will be pissed off. A white, straight male. Oh, no, people will be... They're losing their shit as it is. Look, generally speaking, the worst of the Twitterati are not having a good time, right? What's that meme? Again, there's a meme of the guy like putting on smiley faces, they're sweating underneath. That is them right now. I mean, the whole world's breaking down. Everything they believed in is falling apart. Doctor Who was crushingly unpopular, and then David Tennant came back, essentially. Out there, them screaming how wonderful Jodie Whittaker was. They're going back to a very traditional Doctor. In fact, here's what they're going for, something that should please everyone, right? They should. This is what I believe is going to be entertainment in the coming few years. Right now, the worm has turned. The cycle is over. You can't get by on merely having identity politics, and those things that try to look ridiculous. I mean, everything coming out from the Marvel Cinematic Universe or Marvel television universe is just embarrassing. It's embarrassingly out of date. It's cringe. It's super duper embarrassing, right? And I think Star Trek Discovery is going to be pretty much the same. It's just going to be like an embarrassment, like in the same way that Batgirl movie was shelved because it was just too embarrassing to release. Man, although the fallout of that is the shitty TV show that I like, Snowpiercer, and it is a shitty TV show. Okay, let's be clear. This it's about a train that goes around the world in a post-apocalyptic frozen future. So it had first season had fantastic actress. What's her name? Fantastic actress was in Labyrinth. Was either topless or naked in a movie with Don Johnson in the 90s. What movie was that? A Hotspot. Okay, well, Jennifer Connelly. See that? I got to find the right thing to trigger my memory. There you go. If ever I'm in a coma, please come to the hospital and just like wave pictures of Perry over me, okay? That will bring me out, right? Purple Perry, turquoise Perry. That would do the trick. That would totally wake me up. Anyway, I digress. What was I talking about? I totally forgot what I was talking about. I'm just thinking of being woken up from a coma by pictures of the parent. Oh, you could bring Nicola Bryant, right? If you really want to help me out, you could bring Nicola. That wouldn't help me out. My wife would be there as well, and like I don't want to wake up and go, oh, Nicola Bryant. My wife said that would be bad. Okay, that would not work out well for me. Anyway, there's a lot of new news. Is what I'm trying to say. I was in the middle of a point, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. Maybe I remember as the video goes on. Yeah, let's call the tease, right? Let's call the tease or something that might happen in the future. What I'm hoping will happen is you'll like, share, and subscribe, baby. Like, share, subscribe. That's very, very nice. Thank you very much. Thank you for doing that. I am very grateful for you doing that. Like, share, so comment, let me know what you think. Well, that's always a good thing to do. Let's the YouTube algorithm know there's somebody out there. I'm not just playing it to an empty room. And quite frankly, if I'm playing to an empty room, you just Mr. Empty Room. You just tell me whatever you want. I was talking about the Twitterati, like, losing it. I can't remember how I got into it. Never mind. It'll resurface, sooner or later. Anyway, a lot of new news. Millie Gibson filming lots of Doctor Who. No sign of Ncuti Ggatwa whatsoever. What a bait and switch. All right, I think that's how I got into that. Anyway, I think I've been at a point. It's got a whole bunch of news to go through, which we're going to do. I'm recording this on Thursday. February 9th is going out on February 10th. I got a great video for Valentine's Day already uploaded. I'm quite excited about that. But this is going out February 10th. If there is more new news, right, that happens during the day, I will probably cover it in my live stream tonight, which for you in the future is in the past, because your future is your present, and your past is my future, and I'm the walrus go tube. If I may quote both John Lennon and Joe Grant, right? Isn't it great you can quote both of those with one quote? So I will stick that stuff in. And yes, indeed, we do have breaking news. There was location filming yesterday, and finally we saw a bit of Ncuti Ggatwa. A bit of Ncuti Ggatwa was seen on location, not in costume. I'm still doubting he's actually going to be in Doctor Who. Maybe there's all some weird bait and switch. Well, so I had a bunch of stuff that I went over on my live stream last night. It's not long. It's a non-story. It's like 2 minutes long. More of a story is after that. I woke up this morning and found some more photos were posted of him interacting with fans, being really, really charming and nice, right? I like him being really charming and nice. But fine, let's first look at my live stream from last night. Okay, let's do that first. We have some pictures of Ncuti Ggatwa as Doctor Who at last, right? Firstly, they're at this pub in Cardiff. Hey, knees up, Mother Brown, and it was all decorated for Christmas. They took all these things down later, and you can see the Christmas decorations inside. So this is my guess: it's either the beginning or the end, or both of the special. I hope it ends up there, right? I do hope it ends up on a nice pub Christmas, right? That's very Christmassy. I think that'd be a very, very Christmassy indeed. I think that'd be nice. Is Anita Dobson Rose's? Not Rosie, Ruby's mother. Who knows? Anyway, finally, we get a sighting of Ncuti Ggatwa. Not in costume as yet, unfortunately. But yeah, look, I like the Doctor with the tash, right? The Doctor with the tash. Finally, it's happened, right? It's happened. I have no idea what it'll be like, but look, he seems quite nice. Seems quite personal. There he goes. He's waving to people. I'm telling you, his smile is very, Tom Bakerish. It's very huge, right? I would love that. Yeah, I love that huge smile on Tom Baker when he was like explaining something to Leela and she got it, right? And you saw, it was such a beautiful little, affectionate, what's the name? Tap dance, right? I love that Tom Baker smile. It's lovely. Right, it's lovely. Oh, remind me, I've got to download something. Get something for you in a second. This is awesome. Fine. So we got that, and then there's another picture of him over there. There you go. Look, I you know me. I'm really all in on Ncuti Ggatwa. I really think he's gonna be good, right? So anything I see, I'm gonna be, oh look, it proves he's wonderful, right? He proves he's wonderful. We've got a couple of videos. Well, like. Okay, here's the first one. They're quick. Let me tell you, they're quick. Okay, He says, "Stay warm," which I thought was quite nice. Stay warm, right? I think there's another guy which I'm not sure I managed to get the video of. Welcome to Doctor Who shooting, which was nice. I got another video. This is really it, like, you know. There he is. There's Ncuti Ggatwa waving.
Thank you.
That's nice. Listen, I have high hopes for the lad. As you know, I think it's going to be really good. I do. But like, it's not really much for the story, is it? Okay, now let's look at the breaking news, the latest breaking news. Somebody found Ncuti after the shoot. Let me pull this up. Doink over there, and there we go. Where is it? Preview. That's the one I'm looking for. There you go. We got some pictures of Ncuti over here signing autographs. Now, notice, now this I actually think is a much bigger story. He's got no tash. His moustache is gone. He had the moustache earlier in the day, and now the moustache is gone. Maybe this is a plot point, right? I kind of like the idea of a doctor with a moustache, right? But again, that smile just like lights up the world. He's got that Tom Baker smile. And I know, okay, if you think it's going to be crap, it's fine. I know, I am very optimistic, right? I might be wrong, but it fills me with hope. And so this guy, he goes to, he posts pictures from all the location stuff. He's been around. I'm so glad he met Ncuti, right? He really earned it, right? He really earned meeting Ncuti, and he got a signature. To Nick, with lots of love, Ncuti. Okay, so that's very nice. Again, he seems very, very charming, as we saw in the video, saying, "Stay warm." That's very nice. It's very nice, very caring. I like that about my celebrities. Anyway, let's get back to the rest of the news. Really? Is there any double entendre that I won't actually dog it? Really? No, there's not. Okay? No, there's not. In the comments, try and find a double entendre that I won't rise to. And I'm saying the word rise, I'm thinking of double entendre. I can't stop, okay? It's like there is no off switch on the dirty button that I have on me. My dirty button. You want to touch my dirty button? That's the worst chat-up line of all time. Do you want to touch my dirty button, baby, and check out my Doctor Who Blu-ray collection? That is the absolute worst chat-up line of all time. Fine. Also, if you want to know more stuff, look at the video notes. This is the professionals you come here for. Look at the video notes. Why? What's in the video notes? I don't bloody know. I'm making this up as I go. No, I do know what's in the video notes. Okay, it's my YouTube. No, YouTube, you're already on. It's my Instagram, right? Instagram, Twitter. Follow me on all those things, especially Twitter. Twitter Blue's coming to Israel. They're tickling my balls about it, but they haven't let me sign up yet. And then I know you got to get approved for it. Really, take my money. That normally works as approval. Anyway, there'll be a lot of video content on there, on the Twits as well. Also, Substack. Follow me on Substack. This weekend, it's time for the weekends. There's another one. This weekend's book, that Doctor Who book that's going out, is Blue Box. I actually thought of this before, and it's a great book by Kate Allman. Every weekend I send out a PDF of an out-of-print Doctor Who book. So this week is Kate Allman's Blue Box. It's a really good one. It's set in the early 80s. The Sixth Doctor and Perry at the very, very beginning of the computer world and internet, right? Where the internet was indistinguishable from phone lines. They give the Doctor a great costume in this, which it's exactly what Colin Baker wanted. It was like a dark suit with like a florid tie, very colourful stuff in the dark suit, right? So you had the dark suit that Colin Baker wanted, and you got like the gregarious shirts, Hawaiian shirts that John Nathan Turner wanted. That would have worked so much better. I can't quite remember what it was, but that was good. Anyway, go sign up to my Substack. You get that for free. Doink in the video notes. Fine with that. Let's start looking at the news. 10 minutes in, talking about my dirty button. And the thing is, when you comment about my dirty button, I can't say it without laughing. When you comment about my dirty button, I will have no memory of that either. Fine. So let's start with the headline story. Doctor Who Millie Gibson transforms into companion Ruby Sunday while filming scenes with EastEnders legend Anita Dobson. I am. Brian May's wife as well. It could be. Man, she looks so much older. It really freaked me out. Why are we having pictures of the Grammys? I mean, honestly, look, did you just have pictures of the Grammys up? Look, I believe in God, right? And I think the satanic stuff is really quite so. Oh, now we've got Tamara Lanza, much better. Now we have the, I think with the satanic stuff of they had at the Grammys was genuinely satanic in that it was very, very pathetic, really. But then at the end of it, you had a trans person dancing in a cage and all this like weird satanic stuff going on, and then at the end of it says sponsored by Pfizer. I mean, really, if there was ever a conglomeration of evil, it was that. It was who is that? Katie Price? I have no idea who that is, but I would like to know a lot more about it. Fine, let me read the story. Millie Gibson cut a stylish figure as she once again transformed into the Canadian Ruby Sunday. It's not really a transformation. She wore clothes that looks like she would probably wear in real life, right? It's like she looked like a normal 18-year-old. Well, no, I mean, not normal, like an insanely hot 18-year-old. Like the opposite of that, right? The opposite of the Sam Smith. They're like, none of that looks normal. Coronation Bristol. Coronation Star 18 was joined on set by EastEnders legend Anita Dobson, who is joining the upcoming series for a yet unconfirmed role. I really think that might be Ruby's mum. You do get a Ruby's mum vibe out of her, don't you? Millie pulled an animated expression and was seen running through the streets as she got stuck into her... So get stuck in, darling. As she got stuck into her exciting new role. Really, I think you could probably give me anything to read and I will come up with some kind of filthy tabloid journalist version of it. And look, again, but she does look like a fantastic companion. And she looks so incredibly hot. I don't know what to tell you, mate. The pair were seen filming in the residential area of Clifton. I thought it was Clifton Road, wasn't it? Which was decked out colourful for Christmas. So this is clearly her first episode, right? We're seeing this year, which is really freaking... It's the Slug, right, that we also saw being filmed about a week or so. Is that also the Christmas episode? I don't know. Quite excited to find out. Maybe Shooter's not even in costume yet. That's maybe why we haven't seen Shooter yet. He's got some variation on the costume, but like, why? I don't know. Listen, we'll find out. It's time's ticking away now. We're in February already. Until Shooty, we're probably going to see him at the end in November, I think. This is my guess. Millie looked effortlessly chic in a plaid skirt and a red jumper in which she styled with a pair of chunky black boots and a fluff lined, it used to be fur lined, but now it's just fluff, leather jacket. Yeah, look, I mean, she does look chic. I mean, and she looks effortlessly chic. Here's a weird thing about Millie Gibson, though. I found when she's got her resting face, she looks like a model, right? She looks like got this perfect, bone structure and like just looks perfect, right? When she's smiling and talking, she looks like a human being. She looks like a normal girl, right? Which I think that's the best of both worlds, isn't it? She kept her essentials in a brown handbag slung over her shoulder as she clutched shopping bags in either hand. Well, that's probably part of the episode, isn't it? I would have thought that's probably a plot point. It's not like I'll keep Millie Gibson's stuff in bag while I carry these bags around. No. The actress accessorized her stylish look with a silver necklace. I didn't even notice a silver necklace. And chunky earrings while she wore her golden locks in a blunt bob. Really, this is a really weirdly written. She wore her golden locks in a blunt bob. I mean, that just sounds pervy. Like, if I said that would sound... Then you can call the police, right? Oh, he's talking about golden locks in a blunt bob. I don't know what he's going to do, but it sounds a bit dodgy to me. Yes, it does! There's a reason it sounds dodgy, because it is. Oh, can I touch your golden locks in a blunt bob? No! No, you can't touch any golden locks in a blunt bob, you pervert. That's what... State of Doctor Who's good, isn't it? Fine. She accentuated her natural beauty with a bronze makeup palette and a slick mascara to complete her gorgeous look. Look, mate, I think you're over egging the pudding a little bit here. Yeah, she looks very good. Millie was also seen keeping warm in between takes in a cozy, dry robe that shielded her eyes with a pair of dark sunglasses. This does sound like the diary of somebody stalking her, right? She shielded her eyes with dark sunglasses. Okay, right, the former soap star. Oh, wait. The iconic title is also seen situated in the front row of her residential properties as the Doctor's world is set to collide with Ruby Sunday. There we go. The former soap star was seen tentatively making her way into a fictional hybrid of time machine and spacecraft as she immersed herself into the character. Is this guy paid by the bloody word? What the hell? These words are basically just here for the pictures, right? That's why we're here. We're here to look at an attractive 18-year-old being attractive 18-year-old. That's essentially it. The former soap star tentatively making her way into the fictional hybrid of the time, blah, blah, blah. Millie is joining the popular BBC franchise and much anticipated new series as Ruby, the companion of the 15th Doctor, played by Ncuti Ggatwa. Oh, man, that tea is good. Oh, I love a bit of Rosie Lee, mate. Filming new scenes, as opposed to the old scene. Millie was joined by Anita, 73? Oh, it does make sense. I mean, I watched EastEnders, in the 80s? And that was, how many years ago now? 80s, 90s, 2000, about 40 years ago. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Who cut a casual figure in purple trousers and a white skirt. Is this okay? This is the fashion reporter been put into the Doctor Who beat for some reasons. Some reason, not reasons, or maybe reasons. She also wore, which she teamed with a lilac jumper. Okay, there you go. Fine, bloody hell. That was just a lot of work to say, oh, here's a picture of her, right? But look, her resting face is perfect model looks. It's incredible. But when she's smiling and talking, you can think this picture over here really does exemplify she looks like a model, right? I mean, she looks like a model. Do you have any pictures of her talking? You can't really see that. She bundled up amid the chilly temperatures in a blush pink padded jacket and kept comfortable pair of matching trainers. Oh, really, the boots look like they're pretty comfy though. I know, Doc Martens, mate. Once you break them in, they are the most comfortable shoes in the entire universe. They're freaking awesome. I love a bit of Doc Marten. Well, breaking them in, that week is tough, right? Anita, who played Annie Watts in the soap opera EastEnders, what's her name? Dirty Dead Still Alive. I remember he was persona non grata at the BBC for years when he left EastEnders. They were so mad at him. Man, the BBC are such small vindictive cunts. I think that's really the best way of describing them. I really hope at some point Rusty Davis writes a drama about John Nathan Turner. I've been saying that for a while now. I think cast Matt Berry, right? Cast Matt Berry as John Nathan Turner. I think that'll probably be very good. Anita is joining this in a mysterious world while It's a Sin. Michelle Greenridge is also set joining. Oh, that's what she's from. It's a Sin. Right, okay, we've got lots of pictures here. It's basically just Millie looking very, very hot. I don't want to tell you. She's looking very, very, very hot. Oh, look, there she is wearing a sunglasses, shielding her eyes in the cold. Doctor Who turned to blah, blah, blah. There's nothing else. In October, Jodie Whittaker stepped down from the role after essentially destroying it, right? Okay, the guy's in a Christmas. Is this her boyfriend or something? I don't know. I'm intrigued to see who Anita Dobson's playing. The Power of the Doctor are jam-packed with excitement as famous faces return. Well, again, it's fan service. I did a video about that. I think it's coming out. I don't know when it's coming out. I did it as a live stream. It's coming out as a video at some point. Fan service is what you do when you don't know what to do. It is so freaking clear. That's what Power of the Doctor was about. It's about fan service, right? Because they were sick of fans taking a shit on them. Fine. Oh, this is a picture I didn't see. So this is the TARDIS from another angle. You could just see at the bottom of the TARDIS, there's blocks holding it up because it doesn't go across the whole length of the street, right? I wonder why they had those blocks there. And what the hell is happening here? Great new trailer. By the way, no one's talked about the, what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris German accent, right? Man, they're still going on? Really? Blimey. Okay, fine. I think we finished that article. Right? I think we finished that article. But wait, there's more. Okay. New Doctor Who star Millie Gibson makes a surprise appearance at BBC News Awards. Because when somebody says BBC News, I think hot 18-year-old, right? That's 100% where I go. And I think most of the newscasters also spending a lot of time thinking about hot 18-year-olds. The actress will star alongside Ncuti Ggatwa in the popular sci-fi show announced the winner of the Rising Star Award. Well, darling, we've got a lot rising for you. She cried. Newly announced Dr. Blah Blah Blah. The actress set to star on Ncuti Ggatwa. The award is dedicated to the memory of the journalist Hannah Youssef, who went to the organization's political correspondent Ione Wells. In a virtual message, Gibson it was an enormous honor to present the award. Judges said Ione was a clear star and became incredible. How many young reporters toppled governments? Oh, I have no idea what they did. Okay. What did Ione Wells do? She said, he got to be quite good to do that, I guess, topple a government. Addressing Wells directly, said, if I might pop you in my contacts, I might pop you in my contacts, that's all right. The doctor and I find ourselves holding all sorts of out these days, and you sound like you could be useful. Is there a video? We got to try and find video of this. Again, if there's video of this, I'll find it and put it on my live stream tonight. And I'll probably insert it at some point here. But, if I haven't, that means it's not happening. So, listen, Millie Gibson, I don't know about Ncuti Ggatwa, but Millie Gibson's star is freaking rocketing, right? Absolutely rocketing. So, let's talk about what they're actually filming. Get rid of that. Look what they're actually filming. Doctor Who boss Russell T Davies hints thrilling scenes as he shares filming update. Whoa. Now, Russell T Davies is just a marvellous tease, isn't he? I love being teased. And okay, I'm not even talking, with my dirty button. But I don't know. I feel like I should have a T-shirt with some like weird visual representation of my dirty button. I don't know. Russell T Davies has returned as showrunner for the long-running BBC series as Doctor Who heads into its 14th season. I do like the official story of why he returned, right? They managed to say that Chris Chibnall screwed everything up and destroyed it without actually saying that, right? He said, they had all these plans to really revamp Doctor Who and find a international distributor. Basically, what they're planning, what they're doing right now is what they want to do. It's like, and that makes a lot of sense, right? That's actually, it's incredible that people at the BBC, like Piers Wenger, people like that, actually came up with the idea of how properly to use Doctor Who. Trouble is, they couldn't get anybody to do it. They couldn't get anybody to run it, and the story is, and I don't know if it's true or not, that it was happenstance that they were doing the watch-alongs, and they got Russell, was it David Tennant said he would like to do some more, and actually it was Russell said to Catherine Tate, said, oh, would you like to do some more? And he thought it was Catherine said it to her. And she's like, oh yeah, that'd be great. I'll do it in a heartbeat. And then they asked David, and David was up for it. So then they told the BBC, and the BBC said, oh, are you interested in doing some more Doctor Who? Well, we may be interested in that. At the same time, we've heard that Christian hasn't been able to hand it over to anyone, right? Yeah, just hasn't. Because I think they destroyed it, right? It was not what it used to be. I know J. Michael Straczynski was sniffing around it, and that would have been good casting. But I don't think the BBC could have done that, right? I think if you're not doing somebody who is like star talent, like Russell T Davies, then you've got to have intersectional politics, probably. Because I think the BBC are somewhere still behind the curve with Marvel, essentially, and still doing this. Look, they're going to be doing the identity politics stuff until they drop, right? They're never ever giving up. No matter, and the only way they're going to give it up is if they become a laughing stock for it, which is why I take the piss. But I mean, I think they're coming more and more of a laughing stock. I saw Matthew Sweet on Twitter yesterday, and he's berating Lawrence Fox for promoting somebody from GB News. I don't. Is that called GB News? The new news channel, which they say is the worst thing ever. The one that the bloke from the BBC left to start, and then he left immediately, totally not seeming like he was there to sabotage it. But just lambasting him and saying, "Oh, fake news, spreading fake news about COVID." I like, look, Matthew, mate, I like you a lot, right? I like you a lot, but you are an academic and you believe in academia incredibly. You believe in authority. You believe in the expert class. And I have to tell you, mate, smell the coffee, look around, right? The reason you all hated Donald Trump was because he was common. Because of all the gold, right? Because he was very. He did stupid things too, right? I think the whole thing attacking Ron DeSantis right now is done, but Trump always did stupid stuff. He kind of Mr. Magooed his way into greatness, and I'm sorry, I think the greatest economy of our lifetimes and world peace, compared to what was right before it and right after it, seems pretty darn good, right? But like, Matthew, I understand you like academia, you like all this stuff, but you got to back off on this. You just look like a twat, right? You look like a twat. Incredibly, right? I think the biggest takeaway from the last few years is it's much easier to fool people who think they are highly educated, right? The more highly educated you are, the easier it is to do. Well, academia was completely on board with the National Socialists from Germany, weren't they? It's the same kind of thing. Anyway, I digress. Right, so he says thrilling scenes. He says in a filming update. So he's returned for Heads Up season 14. After over a decade ago, Rusty Davis worked on Doctor Who in 2005 and 2010 with David Tennant as the infamous Time Lord. Now, the 59-year-old is returning from the next series of the BBC Doctor show, and hinted there are thrilling scenes viewers can expect to see. Well, I mean, we are kind of expecting to see thrilling scenes. Last year, fans said goodbye to the first ever female doctor as Jodie Whittaker left with left as a damp squib. Nobody was happy with Jodie. It was just like, it's the thing. Having egg on your face is like one of the biggest factors in the world now. What you could ask you logically, after you saw the disastrous ratings, right? Metrics from, you could say season. I mean, I can see you conning yourself into saying season 10 was okay because you had that very high first episode. But you saw the ratings, it was like, it was like you could slide down it, you could ski down it. But after the second year, if they had any sense, there would have been some form of mea culpa, right? And go, oh, this clearly isn't working, right? And we need to completely rethink this, right? But no, right? No, it's, I think it's, look, a lot of people were duped into voting for Biden, right? A return to normalcy, right? Everything's going to get back to normal. Like, they were duped. Why? All the educated class of people were duped into it. And now, you got, kids being castrated, having their tits cut off, and it's just weird, right? It's not right versus left. It's like normal versus weirdos, and I can't believe I'm on the side of normal, right? Really, how disappointing. But yeah. So we say goodbye to Jodie, is what I'm trying to say. In an epic 90-minute special, I'm going to defend it and say yes, it was. It was an epic 90-minute special, and the best thing they ever done, and they worked out with Flux. The best thing to do with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who is avoid Jodie Whittaker being on screen as much as humanly possible, right? And they did that. And try and have anybody else on screen, and member bearers, right? Because that's what you do when you have no ideas. And there are going to be tons of member bearers in the new Doctor Who, but they're not going to be member bearers, right? They're going to be organic bits of story that connect to like a larger, more fun, larger fun Doctor Who in a fun way, right? It's not going to be, I don't think it'll be what I would call fan service. Much the same way, like a lot of people say Ncuti Ggatwa is diversity casting. I really don't think so. I really genuinely don't think so. I think diversity casting is diversity hiring will be Segun Nkulola, right? Who just did a turgid job. He was the composer for the Jodie Whittaker years. His music wasn't very good. It wasn't inspiring. Like most of that era, it failed, right? And why did he get the job? because he was black. If he was white and called Reg Smith and he's from Clapham, he wouldn't even got an interview. That's identity casting. Now, Ncuti Ggatwa was one that people were being seen because they wanted I think they wanted a non-white actor. So obviously he was in the right demographic, right age, right? I think he blew them out of the water. We'll find out soon. Right, it's not like, oh, we're never gonna know. It's like, I have to say, one thing that atheists don't like about religion is you can't ever be proved right until you die, so you're never ever gonna know, right? Oh, wait till the after. That seems a bit of a cop out to me, in all fairness. But okay, I think there's a wider discussion about faith that could be had. But well, man, I just saw the time. Okay, we're really got to just move forward. But it was, okay, I'll just say their special was epic. I think we did. I just got to cut to the chase. I saw all the news stories I haven't got to yet, right? And I'm like, oh, I better start moving. So, epic 90-minute special, best thing they ever done, kept Jodie Whittaker on screen, which lined up with the BBC's 100-year anniversary celebrations. Jodie paid homage to all the doctors along with some familiar faces, member bearers for a comeback. Although viewers were sad to see say farewell to the much-loved actress. No! We were not sad to see her go. We were happy to see her go. By the way, Jodie Whittaker has finally landed her first job. If you didn't catch my short earlier this weekend, you should be watching my shorts. They're awesome. And when I say shorts, I mean my short videos, not literally my either underwear if you're American or short trousers if you're English. That's what I mean by shorts. But yeah, Jodie Whittaker landed her first role. God bless her. She's got... Okay, she took time off to have a baby, admittedly, but it's been 18 months. She's been out of work essentially, and she had the baby. What was it? Over a year. She was very pregnant when they had Redacted come out, which was about a year ago. So she's had 6 months easily to get back in the swing. She landed the role of mum, which I think she's much more suited for than the doctor. The role of mum in a 15-minute info movie about the terrors of social media for children, right? That's essentially that. Really, that's hardly stepping into the center of the Royal Shakespeare Company, is it? Although sad to see her go. No, we weren't. Did you not hear the street parties throughout England? Have a Nagila, if you're in a street party that's saying have a Nagila, that was unusual. Yeah, that'll be in Golders Green, I imagine. Don't touch their dirty button. That's what I could say. Although, I'm stuck on that. It's like every time I read that, I get stuck. Well, what? No, we weren't. Fans were thrilled to see, thrilled when it was announced that sex educator Ncuti Ggatwa will be taking over the role. Well, they're more thrilled about David Tennant, really, if we're being a bit honest. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Ncuti's probably going to be very good. I think he's going to be iconic. God, I hope I'm right. I hope I'm right because, I like to be right. Everybody likes to be right, right? I like to be right, but I also hope I'm right because I would like it to be good. Right? I know that's really? You'd like it to be good? Who'd have thought of that? Ncuti is joining the cast along with showrunner Rusty Davis. Okay, we haven't even got to the bloody story! Oh, God! What did Rusty Davis say? On Wednesday, some of the TV show, the host was speaking to Russell along with Helen Bonham Carter about the new show Nolly. She said, I can't wait for that. It's going to be brilliant, and you've got a fantastic Dr. Russell. Yes, it's very exciting. We're shooting now. They're shooting stuff together. Well, we haven't seen Ncuti, have we? They got some thrilling scenes that are so exciting. It's going to be thrilling. Is that it? Mother! Really? I waited all the way through that to get to that. Journalism is dead, baby. Journalism is dead. Millie Gibson, 18-year-old, and Billy Piper, blah, 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 blah. Okay, they're just saying Billy Piper was a companion. It's not, Billy Piper isn't We don't know if she's coming. You might be coming back. I don't know. Let's see if Cult Box says anything better, right? No, Cult Box says anything, but we get some of the production pictures. Right, this is where Millie went into the TARDIS for the first time, right? Great looking scene as the camera like pulls in and pulls out. Really quite excited. Man, when I use this hashtag DWSR, what's what SR stands for? There's one guy who's just like, stop clogging up the DWSR hashtag. Well, I'm posting stuff about Doctor Who filming. That. Fine, this is where they were at yesterday. Some guy went, traveled 3 hours to get there. There's a huge staircase inside there, but apparently Ncuti was bundled out with nobody seeing him, right? Again, I think he's probably not in costume yet. It could be that. It's like they're very good at keeping things under wraps, really. And, you know, one of the ways they're very good at keeping things under wraps is by telling us a bunch of stuff. Right? It's like, it's much easier to keep things under wraps when you're like, you know, Chris Chibnall, he didn't want to tell anybody those Weeping Angels were in Flux when we all saw pictures of Weeping Angels. Like, Mutt and Suntara. Like, there's so much you could have done if you weren't a schmuck, right? If you weren't a schmuck. Sadly, that was not the case, right? Doctor Who strictly stars in HRH, the Earl of Wessex. Who's the Earl of Wessex? Oh, God, I don't know. His Royal Highness? Her Royal Highness? Who's the Earl of Wessex? I don't know. It's all changed since the Queen died, isn't it? Oh, God, let's have a look. We're going to have to look up the Earl of Wessex. I mean, it seems to be a plot point to this story. Prince Edward. Okay, blimey. Why did you say Prince Edward? God's sake. Doink. There we go. At the Rated Uncover party. So this is always a treasure trove of Doctor Who news, because you always have Doctor Who people there getting drunk and talking about Doctor Who stuff when they shouldn't be. So things come out well. The stars are out and falls for this year's covers party. Yes, I know. Very swanky. 2023 Rated Uncover party took place with the stars from entertainment from the entertainment world, or world of entertainment, descending for the event in London. Guests include Sir Michael Palin, Dame Denise Lewis, don't know who she is, Diane Morgan, don't know who that is, Ashley Jensen, don't know that, Professor Brian Cox, I know who Brian Cox is, as well as the Knights host Sir Lenny Henry and Prince Edward. Thank you, now you tell me Prince bloody Edward. God, Lenny, mate, were you moaning about racism again? Really? I mean, dude, give it a rest, would you? It's always weird, right? When somebody who's black is incredibly successful and whines about racism. It didn't seem to hurt you much, mate. I mean, I hate to tell you. Who else was there? Other attendants include Louis Theroux, Sue Barker, I don't know, Damien Lewis. I like Damien Lewis. Doctor Who, Stephen Moffat and Peter Davison, and Call the Midwives, Heidi Thompson. Okay, what's this got to do with Doctor Who? You can glimpse some of the celebrity guests in attendance at this year's cover party exclusive gallery below. I'm not really that interested. While at the party, a number of guests gave the Red Times exclusive teasers for upcoming projects. Stephen Moffat explained he probably won't be returning to write for Russell Davies' new era Doctor Who. Yeah, he said he's like, I would have to be crazy to go back as a junior writer, right? I'm like, I'm like a big connected guy now, right? Elsewhere, when it comes to, is that it? I think that's the entire Doctor Who bit. Where's the gallery below? Right, I don't know. Do you see a gallery below? No, that's it. So we got who's that? Leslie Nichol and Phyllis Logan. Don't know who either of them are. And then Joe Wiley, vaguely know her name. Michael Palin, like a bit of Michael Palin. Michael Palin and Jenny Agutter. Oh, Jenny Agutter, mate, you will always be Logan's run to me. Okay, that scene where you have to take off all your clothes. That was a good scene of dramatic quality, and I needed it for the plot. Kirsty Young and Joe Wiley. Okay, not sure. And Dame Denise Lewis, who looks very bold. Oh, there you go. Peter Davison and Stephen Moffat there. That's it. And that was it. That was literally it, right? That was it. Okay. I don't see any other Doctor Who faces. Damien Lewis, blimey, he's looking a bit rough. Ben Elton, blimey. What happened to Ben Elton? Oh, man. What happened to comedy? By the way, this is not Doctor Who news. Angela, fine, we're done with this story. This is not Doctor Who news, but John Cleese is making new 40 Towers. I think that's pretty big news, don't you? Fine, let's look at this one. How do I watch Doctor Who Am I? Well, yes, this is apparently on BritBox. I've been... so, here's the thing. I don't have BritBox here. And I saw I could illegally download on BitTorrent. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll illegally download it. Then I'll pay for a rental on Amazon or Apple or something. No, you can't. This only on BritBox now. Maybe we'll find out somewhere else you can watch this. That's a very good Lady Vaster cosplay, if I may say so. New documentary follows TV writer Matthew Jacobs as he attends various fan conventions in the US. I really want to watch this, right? This is something I really got to get to. Just over 25 years ago, the 96 Doctor Who movie starred Paul McGann as he debuted to mixed reactions. Not in England. We all loved it in England. Huge ratings in England. The new documentary entitled Doctor Who Am I, exploring its legacy from a perspective of the movie's writer Matthew Jacobs, as well as delving into what it means to be a Doctor Who fan. The 80-minute movie features interview segments with the original cast of the 96 film, including McGann, Eric Roberts, who played the Master, Daphne Ashford. I'll be interested to hear what Derek Roberts thinks about this. Doctor Who Am I has been co-directed by Jacobs and Vanessa Ewell, with Ewell saying that ahead of its cinematic release last year, we're a small movie with a big heart. Maybe I'll be able to buy a secondhand DVD of it. I do that as well because I just want to feel like I'm not stealing it. Right? That's basically what it's about. Yeah, I might well do that. We're a big heart teaming up with Kaleidoscope in a perfect match because even though we're an American movie, they understand the Doctor Who franchise and the global reach of fandom. We can bring our documentary to the Who. I'm trying to watch it, okay? I'm trying to pay you for it, but no. Jacobs added, now more than ever, we need a positive movie about Doctor Who fandom as we move towards the show's 60th anniversary. Yeah, honestly, I just wish Doctor Who magazine would allow some open debate about what has happened in fandom. But the reason they won't is because they have egg all over their face, right? Just like everybody on that side of the cultural aisle has egg all over their face, and they are in super duper denial and snorting huge mounds of copium. I think that's going on with Matthew Sweet, right? I told you he was commenting on like Lawrence Fox. Facts, disinformation. Like, dude, you're an intelligent man. Like the position that the World Health Organization, also called WHO, was completely honest about, the pandemic. I just find that ridiculously naive. But the more educated you are, the less likely you are to think that you've been duped. But he was duped. It sounds interesting to you. Read on everything you need to know about how to watch Doctor Who Am I. Fine, how do I watch it? Okay. The original released in October 27th, then it became available to purchase on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital download. Okay, let me click DVD. Let's see if I can find it on there. Anything? Thinking about it? Oh. Okay, there you go. Doctor Who Am I? Well, like, how much is... Let me see. Wow, okay. All translated into Hebrew for some reason, and it doesn't give you a price, right? Yeah. Let's try the Blu-ray. Nope. No, there's no information, right? I want to have, what is it? Is this on Amazon Prime? Oh, this looks like Amazon Prime. Amazon Music. No, I don't want the soundtrack. Like I want to buy this. Okay, fine. So, what you just told me didn't work. The film had a premiere in London in May 2022. Is Doctor Who Am I available soon? Yes. Doctor Who Am I is available to watch on both BritBox and ITVX Premium. You can subscribe to the premium version of ITVX, now streaming home of ITV's content, which has replaced ITV Hub for $5.99 a month or £60 for the year. I wonder if it's available internationally. Let's click that. Let's just click that. See what it says. You didn't really take it to me, did you? Is there a link to it? Okay, how can I get it? You know, I'm trying to pay for your soddy movie because I recognize that you did. You went to a lot of trouble to make it. I don't want to steal it from you, and you're not being overly helpful, right? I know. I will try and work it out. Final story is Doctor Who could go on forever, and I believe it's a Stephen Moffat. And the truth is, Doctor Who right now could go on forever. Doctor Who could, because it has so many successful reiterations and like reinventing itself is part of the Doctor Who DNA, right? It's because that's happened so many times over and over and over again. I think it probably can. You know, you have things like Buck Rogers that just has died, right? They came with Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers. Because they didn't have successful regeneration. I mean, Flash Gordon did, but that Flash Gordon one was much more about going back to, the 80s Flash Gordon movie was much more about a modern representation in the 80s, I think, of German futurism, which is essentially, there's a lot of that for the 1930s come through. It hasn't really invented itself for the modern age, where you find things like Sherlock Holmes has been constantly reinvented. I think Sherlock Holmes will be around forever. Interesting thing, the best analogy I can think of is Robin Hood. Robin Hood, been around for what, 500-600 years? It's an enduring story. And whenever it's always reinvented for the modern age, but it's always historical, but it's always historical with a modern sensibility. But I think Doctor Who, because it's got being regeneration on every level built into its DNA, right? I think it probably could last go on forever. And that's something I'll be fascinated, right? Let's say you could time travel. Like Doc Brown shows up. Why am I not using the TARDIS as a Doctor Who video? Because I'm doing Doc Brown. It's much better. Where do you want to go, sweet? Da, da, da. And you get in the car and you go like 200 years in the future and you see the 600th Doctor or something. It's still going on, right? Wouldn't that be great? Doctor Who forever? I think it would, really. I think it would, because I think there's something really primal about Doctor Who, which is why it succeeded so as well as that, why it's lasted as long as it has. The idea of all the contradictions about having a anti-authoritarian authority, right? That's basically having an anti-authoritarian authority. I think is timeless, right? I think it's timeless because authority is something you should never, ever trust too much, as we've seen in the modern age, unless of course you do have higher levels of education. In that case, you'll believe anything that you're told by authority, right? You'll believe absolutely anything you're told, and you will end up with egg all over your face, and you'll be in the world as it is today in 2023, where nobody wants to admit they're wrong, where they are also clearly very, very wrong. Matthew, sweet mate, let's be honest. Everybody embrace honesty. It's not a bad thing. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.